creators were not interested in producing intellectual property like we think of in media industries. They weren't making movies and TV shows. In fact, they weren't even interested in who owned the rights to the content that they put on their websites. Instead, what we found, what creators create is social. They create groups of people who they never called audiences or even used the term fans, but rather saw them as perhaps voices that represented people's interests, people's values, people's identities, people's love of fashion and beauty and lifestyle, people's love of video games and music. They were in many ways community organizers on platforms, on social media platforms. And what that allowed them to do once they built a large enough community on these platforms is that they could then develop business models to profit from all that effort, from all that work. And there were at that moment, and now even more business models than we had come to even fathom. There's new ones being built all the time. So we know of a few: influencer marketing and subscription fees and merchandising. And depending on the platform, there are tip jars and there's e-gifts and things like that. But we soon discovered that they're not only community organizers, they were also platform entrepreneurs. A lot of the business models that they invented on the platforms or created new platforms like Patreon to help monetize their community wound up being services that the platform started to offer because the creators had conceived it, had created it, were kind of almost engineers as well as entrepreneurs. So these were just starkly different types of practices